All right.
That's going to fuck me up. You want to do it? Go ahead.
Yeah, can I do it now?
Yeah, you can do it.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to week 12 of the Twin Towers podcast. I am Mike, and he is...
Codeezie.
Yes, and we are here kind of later than normal. It's a Wednesday. We always do it on Tuesday, but this week we planned for Wednesday, and we had a big night last night, so now we are here, and we're ready to rock and roll. What do you got?
We did have a big night last night. I was wondering what you were talking about, but we did have a huge night last night, actually. And yeah, it's late. It's a little weird. This is a weird time, but you know what? This is the 12th time that we've done this. We're veterans at this point. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, they say 2 months is a habit.
Is that right?
I'm pretty sure if you do something over and over for 2 months, it becomes a habit.
I thought you had to do like 10,000 hours.
Oh, I don't know. Well, maybe that's true, but I don't know where I'm getting my info from. So
we never know where we're getting our info from.
Yeah.
Isn't that true? So there was a big thing that happened. So the Twin Towers is expanding its brand outward into other forms of media and entertainment because now, as a result of Monday's conversation, we now have established the Twin Towers Legacy Fantasy Football League, which I'm very super excited about. We had the draft last night. I'll tell you what, it was kind of a miracle because from idea to draft, it was about 28 hours.
It's so hard to get one other person on board with you,
right,
let alone 12.
12 people, 12 dudes.
And all be down for it at 11 o'clock at night. Mm-hmm. We all have jobs. Some of us have kids.
Different schedules, different lifestyles.
And it just worked out.
It was awesome. I had so much fun.
Yeah,
and we did 30-second picks, which I thought would be plenty of time, but that draft was fucking flying by, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, holy shit.
It got into the who gives a fuck territory.
It definitely did. Yeah, that's
was
what
that
Brian
said. Or you?
That was me. I had Brian's open on that laptop. I had my dad's open on another laptop, and then I had me doing it on my phone.
I got really confused, and then there was one comment.
There was one moment where I typed from Brian and then answered it from my dad.
Cody's the smartest one here.
Yeah, from Brian.
So I thought it was Brian saying that, so I just was like,
well, he would say that.
Yeah, he probably would. That's why I believed it.
It fit the character, but yeah, I was just fucking around. I was actually doing most of my conversations from Brian's point of view.
Yeah, that was really weird for me because I had no idea.
Tyler said the same thing. He was like, was that really Brian? Because that was weird how much he was chiming in. He doesn't usually do that.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that was me.
But he would say some things that I know you would say. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, there were giveaways at some point. But anyways, we got the whole draft done by 12:30, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, so let's go over it real quick. So we got the Twin Towers Legacy League. There's the North Tower, which is the Du Bois franchise players, which is myself, Tyler, Angelo, B. Sheezy, my dad, and is that it?
You said Angelo, Tyler, Eric?
And Juntao. Yes, and Juntao. Then we have the South Tower, which is the Frankie's Legacy division, which is...
Big White, myself, Justin, he was in that league. He never worked there. K1. Is Brian... No,
Schufelt, who also was never working there, but was in that league.
Yeah.
And B-Dag.
Yeah, B-Dags, yeah.
So
was he live for the draft?
Yes, he was.
Okay.
Yep, everyone was live except for my dad and Brian. Brian was sending me some of his picks via text because he was just leaving work. But everybody else was in there except for Big White.
So I DoorDashed beer.
Nice.
And here's the funny part. I got a 6-pack, and it came, and I never even finished my other beer, so I never even used the 6-pack.
That works out
because the draft was so fast.
It was, yeah, you didn't really have time to drink or do anything.
Not at all. And then I'm like, okay, 6 minutes. But then if somebody's picking, it's like 2 seconds. Because I had all my shit queued up.
Yeah, especially picking for 3 people, which eventually I put them on auto because I couldn't do it anymore. But
I'll say this. I like my team the best, but everyone likes their team the best after fantasy football drafts.
I thought everybody's team looked really good.
I thought yours looked like shit.
You know, here's kind of a funny thing. So
I'm lying. I don't even know what your team. I know you have Stroud. That's in London.
Christian McCaffrey. But so basically, we decided that it was Mike's idea, and then we put it together in a span of...
You put it together in the span of like...
Whatever. However it worked out.
I hire the best people.
Exactly. Hired the best people, got the best guys together. So, technically speaking, I'm the commissioner of the league. Mike's the treasurer of the league, and the assistant commissioner should I get shot or die or become seriously ill to where I can't maintain the league. But what was funny about that is that you have to, at some point before you start your draft, you have to randomize the draft order. And luckily, this is made public to everyone in the sleeper chat, because when I hit randomize, and I knew this was going to happen, I had sent you guys a text about this before I even did it, because I saw it coming from a mile away. Randomized draft order, who gets first pick but me, codeezie, number one.
Regular Jim Halpert move by Cody.
Right. The cake with his own face on it, employee of the month. Very valid comparison, and it looked rigged. We all know it wasn't.
Nobody cared. I don't think anybody cared.
And it turns out first pick sucks.
It does. It sucks.
It absolutely sucks, because it's not like there's one guy who's head and shoulders above everyone else, and then you pick once and then you don't pick again.
And then he gets injured.
23 picks.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, you end up getting fucked. Like, yeah, I got Christian McCaffrey, big deal. He's 28 years old.
Yeah, and
he's going to get hurt anyway.
I'd feel weird about having him. If I got him at 3, I'd be like, wow, what a steal.
Right.
But if I took him at 1,
then it's like, well, yeah, I was going to get him no matter what. I was going to get anyone I wanted.
Yeah.
So anyone who does better than him is who I should have picked.
Yeah.
Not to mention, where was I going with this? Shit.
I took you off track there.
I was going to take, and I kept saying I was between a rock and a hard place, because it is a dynasty league, meaning that we hold on to these players presumably forever until they retire, unless we trade them or cut them or they get hurt or whatever. I really was thinking about taking Mahomes number 1.
I don't know about taking I didn't take a quarterback till like round 7.
Which is a valid strategy that a lot of people do, but the only reason why I was going to do it is because it's a dynasty league.
But he doesn't even put up that great of stats.
Well, he was projected for the second most points.
Well, I mean, Tua led the league in passing last year, and
I don't know. Allen was projected to have the most fantasy points.
Yeah, he's got the rushing touchdowns going
on. Brian already said he wanted him, so I wasn't about to snake him. And then, I don't know. I couldn't pick anyone. I couldn't decide on anyone, so I just picked the guy that everyone said to pick first, because I didn't know what to do.
Right. And then,
Like, I thought of Justin Jefferson, but I was like, well, his quarterback situation's all fucked up, so I don't really know.
Yeah, and McCarthy's out, and
yeah. And then I was thinking, like, well, it's dynasty. Do I take, like, Bijan Robinson or Breece Hall? It's like, I can't trust those guys yet. They're not proven enough.
There were 2 Robinsons there, Brian Robinson and Bijan, but they both go under B. Robinson.
Yeah, it's confusing.
So I had one queued up thinking it was Bijan, and when my pick came up, it wasn't. So
it was Brian.
It was Brian. I'm like, who the hell is that?
Yeah, it's not the right guy.
I don't really know much about football. I just picked the names I know. Like, I got Derrick Henry. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I did the best I could with what I knew. I ended up snaking Tom Brady in the 22nd round, which was pretty awesome. I can't believe he's on the board. But when he comes back this season, that's going to lead me into the playoffs, and I'm going to do some serious damage with him at some point or
but
time.
He sits when he pees.
That's very true, and we all know that.
That's a Bills fan for you.
So, yeah, exciting. I mean, I'm pumped. We got football tomorrow night, and the fantasy league is rocking. I think everybody had a good time. I think everyone had a good draft, and I think that someone's walking away with how much money? $600 or something.
Are we doing a second place prize or no?
Yeah, we should probably figure that out.
Yeah, we'll give him a trip to Dave & Buster's.
Yeah, it's a nice gift card.
Yeah, $25 to Dave & Buster's.
Yeah, it's a nice gift card, dude. You play some arcade games.
You can get some mozzarella sticks with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe
those are always good.
Maybe a couple tickets.
So yeah, I'm glad we did it. It was awesome. It's gonna be fun. We'll keep you posted along the way. Who's kicking whose ass, and who's leading the league.
That'll be me, and I look forward to telling you guys how well I'm doing in the league.
We'll definitely keep you updated.
I do have Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, you do. The only reason I didn't pick him, because I thought about him too. The only reason I didn't pick him is because he's older.
Yeah, right.
But if it was a regular, the dynasty thing changes everything. That changes absolutely everything, because I would have probably taken him if it was a regular standard league. I might have taken him first, but I just figured, I don't know. I mean, what is he, 30?
I don't know. Probably late 20s, early 30s.
Whatever.
Deal.
It doesn't really matter.
But he's really fast, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I mean, all those top 12 to 15 guys are all valid picks for anyone at any point in time, really.
Man, I really think I could go out in the NFL and catch a pass. I really do.
I don't know.
One pass, like a quick out.
Yeah, you could probably catch a quick pass if they ran the right play and schemed you open. But
3rd and 1.
Then what, though?
Then I lower the boom on somebody and I put my hand up and go first down.
You got to just dip right out of bounds.
Oh, yeah, I'd easily do. What's that? There's a guy in the league who falls down. Tyler Lockett, maybe?
I'm not sure.
He hasn't been hit in forever.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
So every time he catches the ball, he just falls to the turf.
It's pretty smart. He's going to extend his career.
And he said something about it like, hey, I'm in it for the long run. I'm not going to risk hurting myself. If you don't have to take unnecessary contact, why would you?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably giving up some extra yards.
It'd be cool to do in hockey.
Just fall.
You get the pass, and then you just fall to the ice, go, yeah, I'm not getting hurt.
This league could extend. I mean, we could parlay this into fantasy hockey.
We talked about that. We can't do fantasy hockey.
I don't like it. It's not the same. Fantasy's built for football. It was invented for football. It makes the most sense. Like then they extrapolated it onto other sports, which works, but it does get confusing with all the games and the weird schedule and shit.
Yeah, we could do WNBA next year. I'd be down with that.
That would be really cool.
That'd be funny because everyone's kind of coming from the same place.
Yeah, knowing absolutely fuck all. So yeah, it would be a very even matchup across the board.
So if I got first overall, you know who I'm getting.
Yes. Lisa Leslie.
Skylar Moore or something like that.
Absolutely. Brittany Griner.
Caitlin Clark.
Yeah,
you guessed it.
of
the
course.
Great White Hope. Larry Bird jersey, number 33. Again, we say it.
Of course.
And Cody quoted it wrong last week.
I did, but I corrected it in the comments because as soon as I heard myself say that, I knew something was wrong with that. So I had to review that, get my LFO shit on track.
We do. We need to start. We talked about this last week. Should we do a TV so we can show clips?
Yeah, we should.
Does that ruin the formula? I know it's more difficult to do that.
No, that's all it comes down to is just coming up with the logistics of it, which I said I was going to look into and I didn't. But
it's been a busy week for everybody.
I'm sure that I don't know. We can make it a project and make it a goal and get to that point eventually.
Yeah,
we probably can't use that TV.
No, I got an extra TV I can bring by.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean,
what do you mean by that?
I was just thinking of. I'm trying to picture it in my head of how this is going to work out. Like how I'm trying to picture the setup, and I don't know. Like, would the TV be between us? Would it be?
Right. It's kind of tough to.
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't want to rip anybody else off.
It's going to take some designing and some engineering.
Take some time, a little bit, a little middle.
Yes, exactly.
Right? Like
Peterman
Jimmy
style.
said?
Yeah.
But his name was Jimmy. I don't know what it was, but...
Oh, Jimmy Eat World.
Yeah, but his name could be like Jeff or something.
I don't know what his fucking name is. I know he's got a weird 90s haircut.
He does.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I slicked my hair up pretty good today.
Oh, yeah, looking like a greaser.
Yeah,
looking
I got the
Danny,
leather on.
Zuko.
Danny Zuko.
Or whatever the
Dude,
fuck.
Grease, every time I watch that, I just laugh at how old the actors are. And I know that's been said over and over.
No,
but
it's a good point, though.
So
Especially
funny.
that one lady looks like she's
Rizzo.
like literally... Yeah, she's like 60 years old.
Yeah.
Supposed to be in high school. Like, Sandy looks legit, but...
Yeah. And I think she was even late 20s at that point.
Rizzo was rode hard and put away wet for sure.
What the fuck does that mean?
I don't know. It's one of those phrases I always say, and I have no idea what the fuck it means at all.
And it's kind of weird. I was going to say something about this. I feel like there are no adults anymore. The only adults in my life are my parents. Everybody else, to me, is the same. There's not really an adult.
I see what you're saying, I think.
You remember watching like late night shows when you were a kid and being like, "Oh, those are adults talking."
Right.
Now I watch it and like, these aren't adults anymore. I don't look at Jimmy Fallon as an adult or Jimmy Kimmel.
No. Well, we're adults though.
Yeah.
So that's probably why.
Right. It wears off because but they're still, 20, 25 years older.
That's true.
I don't know, but I guess the fact that we're adults makes it a little different.
I don't know.
It's weird. I feel like there's no one, because there isn't, because I'm an adult now. So people ask me questions. I'm the adult, and I've never really
when you move into that
transformed.
space, I mean, you don't really have anywhere to go but down, and you just look at the younger people. And
do you ever try to just act like an adult because you're like kind of mirroring what another adult did?
I really don't.
I do that all the time.
I try to remain youthful as much as possible. I haven't matured much over the past like 10
speaking
years.
of that,
I've been the exact same for the last 10 to 15 years.
I got a few things here.
Oh, look at the bag. It's labeled.
There's not so there's not the main gift. It's not here yet.
Check this
Or
out.
I don't have it yet, but there's some cool stuff in there that you'll like, little trinkets and stuff.
Do you want me to open it on the show?
Absolutely, go ahead.
All right.
So these are from Everly.
PB cups.
Yeah, she wanted to do that.
Always a classic. Kit Kat.
Kit Kat. So some Halloween presents from Everly.
That was nice of her to do that.
I don't know why there's so much chocolate in there. I didn't load that up.
Well, I like chocolate, so. NBD. Oh my God. Look at these bad boys.
Look at the side of them. No, in the back.
What do you mean? No way. Custom?
We customized them. CB.
These are fucking sick. Hold on a second. Oh, no.
And they're adjustable. You'll notice
Oh,
that.
is that what I did?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude.
Do I look a lot more badass now?
You do.
These are fucking dope, Mike.
And with the
Thank
CB
you, man.
on the side, it's pretty solid as well.
I'm going to be doing some polls here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Always got to do
Oh,
those.
99. Oh, my God. My favorite year.
Yeah. And I don't know. Those are just premiere edition.
Fuck yeah,
It
dude.
actually always loads up on the cards, so.
Man, this is a hell of a bag here. Wow, my favorite logo of all time
Yeah.
to add to the puck collection.
And you got one more thing coming.
Is there?
but-
Oh, okay. So is that for the bag? I think
Yeah, that's it for the bag.
there's something in here.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't, I didn't put that
Probably
in
the
there.
best part of all. I don't know if you can see that or not, but that is maybe the greatest sticker of all time. When did you take that photo?
It was taken of me.
You're in Zuko mode right there, dude, with the cigar. Thanks, man.
No problem.
Appreciate you.
And the other thing will come in soon. So.
Very exciting. Thank you so much. Looking forward to it. Hell of a bag right there.
For how small it was, there's actually a lot of shit in there.
Yeah, it was packed to the brim. I love that sticker. That's amazing. So, yeah, I guess, yeah, thanks, Mike. Really appreciate that. So, it was my birthday. It went well. I swam a lot in the pool. My uncle's got a saltwater pool, and I spent a lot of time over there and had a good day. That's all I really got to say about that.
Oh, shit, Forrest Gump.
Yeah, just real quick.
No, that's not even Forrest Gump.
That's all I really got to say about that. A little stone cold action for you. It was quick. It was in and out. Just got it done. Put in the hours of celebration that needed to be had, and moved on to the next.
Yep, I almost made it up there. Well, I did make it up to your uncle's house actually, but
Yeah, we don't have to talk about that. But
yeah, right.
sometimes things happen. So
Yeah, we don't.
we've all been there. So no worries. But it's cool up there. We should hang out up there. I had a really good time. He's got like a hoop in his pool. So I was just shooting Jays all day long.
Yeah.
Well, I was because
You caught your ankle slipping.
Yeah, you knew I was shooting Jays because a prank gone wrong. Basically, how can we tell this story? I always get in this position when we approach these subjects where I'm like,
All right, so
what should I say and what shouldn't I say?
all right,
I don't really know.
I can put it down.
Okay.
So there's a kid I work with. Me and Cody both work with. He hurt his leg. Called into work, couldn't come in.
Hurt his leg at practice. Let's make that clear.
Yeah, football practice.
Yes.
So nighttime comes along. I'm at work. I'm actually at a meeting, and I get a text from CB.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. While I'm in the pool, shooting Jays.
So I have to preface this. I knew that there's a pool there and a hoop.
Yeah, right. I told him what I was doing all day, like getting him amped up for what was to come.
So he goes, I don't even remember. I don't have my phone loaded.
I think I said
turned
something
on.
like, yo, I really hurt my foot in the pool shooting Jays at practice.
Oh,
I don't think I'm going to be able to come in tomorrow.
Yeah, man.
I said that, and then my next text was at practice.
So I said, okay, recover up.
You were like,
take
no,
the day
you
off.
said, oh, okay, well, blank already has a leg injury. We don't want to lose another guy or whatever. And I was like, yeah, I know, but I crossed up my sister's boyfriend in the pool. I was on my Iverson shit. I hit a step back crossover J on him, and my ACL did not cooperate at
To
practice.
me, I'm like, oh shit! And now he's going to be off for multiple days.
And then you said, you were like, all right, well, just make sure you're ready for Saturday. And then I was like, I don't know, dude. This feels like a 3-day injury, which
Yeah.
is a pretty weird amount of time to
Well,
think.
I don't know. It's
Right. So it wasn't a very good prank or funny prank by any means.
because you ended up getting called off.
It's not hilarious by any, even if you knew, it's really not that funny. I really was just making a little what's the fucking word? I was making a
reference?
reference to what had happened earlier, just, poking fun at that situation, which is unnecessary and didn't need to happen. But the next day comes up and I'm golfing and I'm thinking, like, I'm in celebration mode for my birthday. I really want to go swimming again, and I'm really hot on the golf course. So I text Mike and I'm like, dude, do you think that someone might be able to come in tonight, so that I actually could just party all night tonight? And he's like, well, you're not coming in. I already switched you. And I was like, what? Why? Because I didn't even really remember doing that. Right. And then I was like, well, was anyone going to let me know? And then he was like, well, I did. I said that, you can have, or whatever you said. I don't know what.
Cover up, you can take the day off.
Yeah, whatever. Be ready for Saturday or whatever. And I was like, oh, well, all right, cool. Sounds good then. I guess, that's kind of a weird way to get a day off. Total fluke, but I'll take it. If that person's coming in already, then whatever. I guess I'll take it. And he was like, well, are you sure? Because if you want the hours or whatever, I can switch it back. We can make it work. I was like, you know what? Don't even worry about it. If she agreed and everything's cool, then fuck it. Well, I'll just take the day and enjoy myself and blah, blah, blah. Well, 4:30 rolls around and whomever said they were going to be there didn't come in.
And I'm like, yo, where
you're like,
you at?
If you want to come in still, you can, because nobody showed up. So then I feel really fucking bad because I'm on the schedule and I never really called off, and now there's no one there. And
well, I was there.
Well, yeah, there was no one else there to help you. So I made sure I asked multiple times if he wanted me to come in or not. I had just gotten back from the pool and had been partying all day, but I would have went in, and he said he had it, and he had it. So everything worked out.
And I made a lot of money that night. So
exactly. So everything worked out, but again, just total,
that could have been disastrous.
Total unnecessary misunderstanding. I'm not going to be doing any more work-related pranks for a while, I don't think.
No.
That wasn't even a prank. That wasn't even a prank, though.
Dude, when I write rhymes, I go blind and let the Lord do his thing type deal at work. Like, I get blank and all I can think is work. Like, okay, I have to solve this. Boom, that's solved.
You see,
Boom,
and what I
solved.
thought was when you texted me the following day at 4:30 to say she didn't come in, you can come in, I thought you were getting me back.
Oh, no.
Pranking me back. I thought that was your way of pranking me back. So I was like really extending it. Like, I wasn't about to like rush there because I thought that I was just waiting for you to send me a snap of you two there, or for you to be like, nah, I'm just fucking with you, I got you back, blah, blah. So I was like waiting for that, and then it never came.
I wouldn't give you that anxiety.
And then it was like an hour of me like, fuck, do I really have to go in now? Like,
I said you said
you did. No, it wasn't by any means your fault, but just the way I was thinking about it, it's like the whole day I thought I was off, and now at crunch time, now all of a sudden everything changed.
No, that's not true. You thought you were on. Because you said
I thought I was on, but then I thought I was off for like 4 hours. So then I went to the pool and partied more and came back here. I was in the air conditioning.
Celebrating your day off.
Yes, it's just like, oh, Friday night off. This is amazing.
All I got to do is fake an injury.
And then that happened, and I was like, fuck, am I really going to have to go in? But I was like, nah, he's pranking me back. This isn't real. Because I was thinking, like, she wouldn't not show up. If she said she was coming in.
Yeah.
And like the way you texted me was kind of creepy too. Not creepy, but it was kind of weird because you were like, what did you said something that really threw me off. You were like, LOL, she said she was drunk when she agreed, LOL. And I was like, all right, he wouldn't write LOL twice in the same sentence.
When I'm
this
panicked,
is fake.
I do that.
That made it, I was like, this is fake. He's going overboard with this. This is not real. It was completely real.
Yeah, it was.
So it was like the boy who cried wolf because it was a real thing and I assumed it was fake, but you never do that to me. I just assumed it was fake because of how many times I've done that to you. I figured you were finally getting me back.
No.
But you weren't.
Now when it comes to work, I'd feel so bad if you showed up and I was like, gotcha.
See, that's what I was worried about. And I kept thinking that. I was like, there's no way he's going to let me drive out there and be pranked. There's no way. He wouldn't possibly. There's no way it's going to happen. I was like, so he must really need me then. I was like, well, I got to go then. I can't just sit here because I'm not even going to be able to enjoy my night knowing that you're there getting your ass beat and I can't, but whatever.
I was throwing lefts and rights.
I'm sure you were fine,
so we were good.
And you knew that if you did really need the help, I would have came out there, but...
That's when Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch plays Good vibrations, and I start pouring 8 things at a time.
Yeah, he has it under control no matter what. And then,
King Dingaling over here.
to make matters worse, I also requested off on Sunday because I thought I was going to Connecticut for a few days, which never ended up even materializing because I never even went to Connecticut.
Yeah, you didn't, and because you had a 3-day
hangover slash weird, well, hangover.
Call it a layover.
I'm not going to say what I think happened, but
you think you got...
I'm a little suspicious of the means by which I became ill. Because there was a few weird things that happened, and I don't know.
And the person seems like they'd have something.
That's what I mean. It just seems a little fishy, but
what do they put?
I hate to accuse someone of something like that because it just there's probably no way. And
it's just hypothetical for now.
Yeah,
it's
she
just absolutely looks like she would do that.
It's just something that ran through my mind. I'm not really sure.
Does she listen to the show?
Hopefully not.
I hope not either, because I was about to say something very, very mean.
Yeah, don't. I'm just
kidding. I wasn't going to say something mean. I was going to say something happy.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I just... Apologies to Dave and his family because I broke my word and I couldn't make something happen that I said I was going to do, but I will soon enough. And yeah, that's already been sorted out. I've already had those conversations.
Do you think he is really upset by it?
I don't think so. He knows me well enough to know that
he's probably relieved
if I wasn't... Yeah, exactly. He's so glad I didn't show up. No, I think he just knows me well enough to know that I wouldn't not come and let... Yeah, like I really just didn't feel good, and that's... I don't know.
You can hibernate, which is so weird. I don't know how you do that.
I don't know. I get into weird modes where I just like have to recharge. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I have to
plug yourself in.
I have to come up with energy. And
you ever see what REM looks like when you hit that sleep, and how your eyes are just rolling back and forth in your head?
It's really fucking creepy.
I watched a video of it the other day, and it was like an animation, but it still creeped me the hell out.
That fucking Coke looks so good.
Why don't you do a flavor shot of Coke and your vanilla espresso Starbucks mixed together? It'll probably be like a vanilla Coke.
I really would just like to have a sip of your Coke. That can looks so fucking good.
I love a Coca-Cola classic.
Yeah, they made a great looking can.
It's like the Detroit Red Wings or something.
And that's a big can. Where did you find that can of Coke?
Right next to that can of Starbucks macchiato.
Right, but that's
espresso.
like normal size for something like that. That is a big for a Coke. I've never seen a Coke that size.
I think it's like a 16 ouncer.
Right, but I've seen like 2 liters. You remember 3 liters? They don't fucking make those anymore.
3 liters? Why did they stop making them?
I don't know. They were awesome though.
I bet you they were killing people.
I'm having a sip.
You remember how you could shake them up like in that Jackass scene?
Yeah, of course.
And you could. I bet they were starting to kill people.
Big caps. Are you gonna be mad if I take a sip of this? Do you want me to pour it into something?
No, you can take a sip. I don't care. No big deal.
Hold on. I'm gonna grab a cup. Mike, take it away.
A Cooper cup.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I just wanted to touch on. Wow, way to bring the mood down. There was a shooting today at school.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, there was a school shooting today. A 14-year-old in Georgia killed 2 students and 2 teachers, from what was reported. I just want to say, what if I say this has to stop? Everyone says that.
Yeah, that doesn't.
They need people in front of these schools, because you're not getting all the damn guns out of here. They need armed veterans or something. I don't have a solution for it, but I just want to say,
I think everyone just needs to be homeschooled.
And COVID proved that it could happen.
I don't know, man. That sucks to like end school, but dude, if people just keep shooting up schools, I mean, what else can you really do?
Right. And there's, it's a lot of it's mental illness and guns together. I don't know. I don't want to take a political stance.
Well, don't they have like
it.
metal detectors and shit?
Yeah, I guess this school got warned. This morning there was a phone call. You know how much misinformation can go on during a tragedy. But that's what I read, that there was a call saying, hey, I'm shooting up 5 schools. You're going to be one of them.
Tell you what, all that guy needed to be promised was a delicious Coca-Cola, and he would have totally gone the other way.
I would have too. It's crispy fresh. It's original taste.
Man, sometimes I just crave that, and I don't even realize it.
That's when I saw it in the thing. I said, "Oh, Coca-Cola! I haven't had that in a while."
That's fucking great, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, and there's certain the logo is so classic on it.
Yeah, I actually stole. You see this? How this goes through the L when I sign my name, that's how I actually came up with my signature. When I do finish the R, I bring the R back around, cross the T, and go through the L.
Oh.
Because of that right there.
Because of Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I stole that when I was in like third grade.
Who
I came up with that.
Coca-Cola?
I don't know, but I'm sorry to interrupt. Where was the school shooting?
It was in Georgia. Some 14-year-old kid.
Yeah, I got to be honest, and I hate to make this type of statement, but I have no type of input on this because, like you said, it just keeps happening, and there's really nothing you can do unless you got rid of all the guns, which is never going to happen. And then there's also, I mean, it's just someone can always just bring a gun somewhere and shoot people, so it's never going to stop.
Oh, it's so crazy.
What could you really do to stop it? You can't really do anything.
How do people just do that? I don't understand it.
You can have an armed guard at schools, which they probably did have that, but that still wouldn't stop it because that guy can't be everywhere at the same time. And by the time he tracks down the kid could already kill.
Right, and the police could tell him not to do something.
Right.
Like, yeah, I don't know. There's all like the Uvalde shooting. There's so many of these shootings that it's hard to keep up with.
I don't think they're going anywhere anytime soon.
It's just such a tragedy. Like, I don't want to send anybody to school.
That's literally one of the most terrifying experiences I can imagine for like, especially thinking back to being a little kid in school, how like helpless you are and how jovial you are and how like when you're in school mode, like you're not thinking of like tragedy. The only thing I can think of that even compares is when I was in 5th grade and like 9/11 happened and they like locked us all in our rooms and like told us something fucked up happened. But even way crazier than that is having a madman on the loose shooting students. I mean, that is like a living fucking nightmare, and yeah, it's not going to stop.
Did you?
It's not going to stop.
Remember when they'd bring the dogs in school for like drugs in the locker?
Yeah, like everyone would be in class.
Did I tell the story about what happened to me?
I don't think so.
So apparently, no one in my house or in my family smoked weed or whatnot. So I was in Spanish class, maybe 7th grade. School gets locked down.
Right.
I'm chilling. I'm like, oh, great. Sweet.
I always would get nervous even knowing I didn't do anything. I would still get nervous.
Well, here's what happens. I'm chilling. Mm-hmm. My classroom gets a phone call. I see the teacher look at me. Mike Kaminsky.
Oh, man, that's fucking crazy.
In front of
everybody?
In front of everybody. The dogs were in. We all knew the dogs were in.
Jesus Christ.
They searched my locker. I must have looked like a stoner but I've never even touched a piece of marijuana in my life.
Well, I heard from Russell Brand on the Howard Stern show that those dogs are 50% right. Like, they're 1 for 2. Like, when they sniff something, they're only right half the time. It's like complete random chance.
Yeah.
So like they might have smelled something in your locker, and since they were drug dogs.
Well, I didn't even use my locker. That was the funniest part. So
fuck.
Yeah, I didn't. Well,
that's super embarrassing and scary and mortifying.
I ended up having to go home. I got called down to the nurse's office. Well, first the police guy talked to me, and then I was like, I don't know. I don't do.
What did they say to you?
They were
hey, we searched your locker and we found nothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, so what the fuck?
They sent me down to the nurse's office, and the nurse, she was like she was smelling me too, and like could kind of smell it. And I could have been at somebody's house or something. No, I wasn't. I must have just had a minty smell to me.
I think it was just a misfire by the dogs.
My dad had to come pick me up, and I'm frightened of
Why
my
did
dad.
you have to get picked up? You didn't do anything.
Don't know.
They didn't find anything.
I don't know what happened. I don't know.
What grade were you in?
7th grade. I was in Spanish class, Mr. Antonio.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So I ended up just going home. I think I was probably pretty upset at that point.
Yeah, you probably freaked the fuck out. Rightfully so. I would have been pissed.
So they just had my dad pick me up. My dad would always get me a milkshake on the way home. That was the best.
Yeah. You know what I used to love doing? And I used to have my parents do it all the time. If you remember where Washington Hunt was, that's where Ultimate is now. So they would write me a note to bring it in the morning to say, hey, Cody's going to come home for lunch. So then I would like just walk home and either eat lunch there or we'd like go to Reed's or something. Or if I had an appointment, they'd pull me out for like a dentist appointment. After the appointment, we'd go get some type of food and then I just wouldn't come back to school. Did it all the time.
And then they would be like, where are you?
Of course. My attendance was so bad. I remember when I was in 6th grade, Mr. Langendorfer pulled me outside of class and was like, Cody, listen, like, we got to talk to you. Like, you're doing great. Like, your grades are great and everything. And we're looking at these awards that we're giving out at the end of the year, and like, we can't justify giving it to you because you're never here.
Never here.
Yeah. That's when I could get away with that. By the time I got to like 12th grade and I was in like calculus, I couldn't do that shit anymore. My shit started to plummet eventually. But yeah, 6th grade, that's like, monkeys can do that shit. But I had really bad attendance. When the Bucks won the first Super Bowl, the first time they won it in
Probably
2003,
took a month off,
did not go to school the entire week. Nobody saw me by the time I came back to celebrate, our week had already gone
That's
by.
pretty
Everybody
impressive
moved on.
to not show up and still pass. I mean, I struggled in a lot of those classes, a lot of those years.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what sucked though? What really sucked was when you would come back and you'd have to like do the catch up thing with every teacher and like go up after class, and then they'd like give you all the homeworks from each day.
You make their job so much harder.
And then you have to, they're like pissed, and then you have to go home and like do like a week's worth of shit and try. It just.
I would never want to be a teacher.
I mean, either. I
Ever.
don't think.
Even with summers off for free, I would never do it.
I was looking into doing because they need subs really bad.
Suboxones.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. They need. Some people need subs really bad, but that's not what I meant though. They need substitute teachers really bad, so they'll let anyone do it if they have any type of degree.
Ooh, I'm not going into a school, but
I was thinking about doing it.
Really?
Like, yeah, during the fall.
I'd
like,
probably be able to do it in
you can do
January.
it. Yeah, like they need them so bad. There's such a teacher shortage that like you can have a degree in like women's studies. Well, that actually would make sense, but what wouldn't make sense? I don't know.
I guess you're right.
I don't know.
Criminal
Whatever.
justice.
You could have it in fucking anything, and you can go teach any subject.
WWE wrestling.
Right. Yeah, you can have gone to Storm Wrestling Academy, and if you have a degree, they'll let you
You're
teach
a chef.
chemistry. Yes, exactly, dude. I swear to God, that they need teachers that
I'm gonna
bad.
cook up some grades.
I don't know what the fucking pay is or anything, but I was gonna.
It's probably not good enough to do that.
It's probably horrible. I was gonna check it out because I think it would be like fun on a certain level to just like.
I don't want to work around.
I don't
kids.
know. It'd be fun. It'd be funny.
It would be funny, and you could
It'd be
TikTok
so
everything.
funny. Yeah, like it'd be so funny. Imagine putting me in front of a high school classroom or a middle school classroom.
I would be so nervous for you.
How funny would that be, though?
No, you'd say something bad.
I'd be nervous for the kids. That's what I mean. I'd be nervous for like the school, like what was gonna
You'd
happen.
prank the school,
Right? Like something horrible would happen, and it'd be amazing. It'd be an amazing
I can't
story.
show up today.
And be yeah, sorry, I'm watching The Office. It would be an amazing story for the podcast to do some substitute teaching.
That would be cool.
That might be worth it in and of itself. But we don't know if we're going to make it to that point because apparently the end is near.
Oh yes, by CHFY 1 2 3 4 8
I'm concerned that this is like a bot.
It is a bot.
Okay, well that sucks.
Yeah,
Because I was kind of hoping that it wasn't a bot.
It was like a
Jesus
Jesus bot.
It would be cool if it was actually a real person that was like trying to like spread the gospel on us and just randomly picked our show.
I mean, I don't know who comes on a random comment thread on a video that has 160 views and says the end is nigh.
Tell you what, it creeped me the fuck out because when we randomly got a comment a day ago and it just said the end is near, I was like, does this person know something that we don't know? Like, is the show gonna end? Is YouTube about to end? Is podcasting about to end? Like, what do they mean? What are they referring to? But of course, it was just some Jesus bullshit.
Yeah, and that it used to creep me out when I was a kid. Like, you know how they'd have those churches and they'd have all those sayings on them. Thy shall forgive soul until thou
Yeah, with the old English.
seeks repent.
Yes, of course.
That shit creeps me out more than like an actual ghost would.
Yeah, no, that's some creepy shit.
Don't talk to me that way.
It's very spooky. It's
what does
makes me uncomfortable.
Does Arabic make you uncomfortable
Yes,
too?
it does. Unfortunately,
It does
I
to
hate
me
to say
too.
that, but you know what makes me the most uncomfortable? Their music that they make, they use like half notes, and it really just like it's hard to even mimic because they use a different scale, and like over the course of your life, being 33, 35, whatever, 30 some odd years
32 even
of
for me.
hearing 12 notes in every piece of music ever, when you hear something that has more with weird little, semitones and shit, it really fucking throws you off and makes you uncomfortable. Plus, there's the terrorist angle. That's always a little spooky.
Yeah, that
too.
was built in though. That's not our fault.
No, not at all.
We were
Not at all.
indoctrinated into that. I'm getting out of it.
We're the 9/11 generation.
Yeah,
so, I mean,
we saw the plane hit the
Yeah.
towers. That's why.
Yeah.
That's not why our name's the Twin Towers, but
No, it's not, but we definitely play off that, too.
We've seen those videos, and they should stop showing those videos, by the way. September 11th is a week away.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Coming up. Are we going to be taping on 9/11?
We have to.
What's today? The 4th? 7th. Yeah, we could.
Yeah.
We probably should.
But seeing those videos of those people jumping out of the...
Yeah, you ever watch the jumpers?
Yeah.
Holy shit balls,
You
dude.
know what? And I'd rather jump than...
Me too, but think of how insane that is, though, to the point where you're actually doing something like that. Obviously, burning alive, almost any other option is going to be what you go with. But think of being on the brink where literally you're in a situation where you have two choices. One of them is burn alive or possibly go down with the building and get suffocated in ash and debris. Or the other one is jump out a 200-story fucking window.
Try to build a parachute on the spot.
I think I think there was one guy who tried rappelling down the structure, and he almost made it, but he couldn't hold on any longer.
They need a lady like Rapunzel in those skyscrapers.
Why couldn't they just?
Because they could just ride her hair all the way down.
Yeah, there's really nothing they could have done, is there?
Rapunzel only had 2 stories in her castle, anyways.
Oh, well, that's not that long.
Right. Well, it's long for hair, though.
I guess it
stops growing at a certain point.
Yeah, it does. Well, you gotta get
what would you do?
instrument.
I mean, in that situation, would you try to?
I don't fucking know.
I know,
dude.
it's such a tragedy.
That's why I wish. See, when I've always had this theory that, you know how when you're on a plane, have you ever been on a plane? You've been on a plane, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought you had
one time, only
okay.
one time.
Well, fair enough. I was close then. But you know how they had the thing where you press the button and the oxygen mask drops down?
Yeah.
See, I think what they should have is you hit a button. This is the emergency 911 button. This is if you know you're fucked and the plane is going down for sure. They unlock this thing and you hit the button and a lethal dose of heroin comes out. And then you just...
Whoa.
Done.
And then someone comes up with a shotgun and frames you?
Yeah, exactly. Right. 3 times the lethal amount.
Well,
See,
I rather it that way, but then
because that's what I would wish for.
Yeah, but then it'd be he died of drugs.
I don't care. That's a much more peaceful... Burning alive. Did you ever? I don't know if we talked about this before. I feel like maybe we have. But did you ever watch the Great White Fire video?
Yeah, I think we...
Probably the worst video ever of all time.
People dying, being trampled.
And the screams, dude. The screams that are coming out of that video. And just you see the doorway. The guy goes by the doorway and there's just masses of bodies trying to push out. Just think about if you just accidentally touch a lighter or touch the stove. How painful that is and how quickly you jerk your hand back and how much it fucks up your hand for days. Now imagine your entire body is engulfed in flame. Can your brain even process that amount of pain? Probably not.
I've watched the videos of back in the day of ISIS lighting people on fire.
That's so fucked, dude.
Oh, and I don't know how I watched them, and I still am I watched those weird videos.
I've watched a few of them. I watched a beheading when I was in 7th grade.
Oh, remember that guy? What was
Nick
his name?
Berg.
Berg, yeah.
That pretty much fucked me up for about 3 months straight. I couldn't even think about anything.
How did that? I can't believe someone would do that.
It ruined my whole summer. I watched it on the internet at my dad's apartment.
If you remove my head from my body,
how can you do something like that? And you know what's actually worse than that for me? Because I watched this documentary on Netflix one time. It was called Don't Fuck with Cats.
I saw that. Yeah,
dude. Those I can't even watch. It does something to me, and I know that it's probably on the same level as freaking me out. To compare that with someone getting their head cut off is kind of crazy, but he put a cat in a vacuum bag or something, and I don't know, he did something really fucked up.
You know that they say everyone knows this. If you hurt animals, you're bound to hurt a person.
You're a psychopath, right? Yeah.
And I don't know. I was watching something on Chris Watts the other day. He killed his wife and his 2 daughters.
Yeah. Everyone knows the Chris Watts.
Why not just divorce?
You know what's crazy about that too is how did he think he was going to get away with that? He literally drove home. So he kills them all. drives home, and her friend is already there.
Yeah.
Like, he got 0 moments of peace. Like, he got no fun, no peace.
Immediate media there,
Immediate, like, worst thing. And, dude, it was so fucking obvious that he did it. Like,
and he tried playing it off all
and he
cool.
was so... Do you ever see the part of the video where he goes over to the neighbor's house?
Yeah, and the neighbor has the video?
Yeah, dude, and he's so... Dude,
The neighbor knew
he was
immediately.
not cut out to do something like that. That's why it's crazy that he even had the gall to do that, because like he wasn't built like that to like handle being able to lie, and he was busted. He was red-handed, caught right away.
Yeah.
And he didn't get to enjoy it at all. Like that was like one of the
No, he just did it. Didn't even go with his mistress.
worst executed crimes of all time.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Watching like his polygraph, watching him
the
at the
polygraph
neighbor,
was awful.
it's
He
just
was
a
like,
cringe
I know you're
fest.
lying.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's just like, and she was fucking with him too. She was like, so the best part about this is that right now one of us knows what's happened, but when you're done, both of us will know what happened. And then she like does like a practice run, and she's like, you're a terrible liar. So that's awesome, by the way. You're a terrible
it's
liar.
great for me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's just like he knew he was completely
Dude,
fucked.
those mind games are my favorite.
I know. I would do the same thing if I was her. I'd give her a lot of props because she rocked his ass. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, good. And yeah, I don't know why the people like that don't just divorce.
But yeah, obviously. But then you got to think about it. I'm not justifying it in any way. I'm just trying to go inside his mind and think.
Try to think about when you got home.
Right, and then, but also think about prior to that. You're thinking like, okay, I could divorce her, but then I'm gonna probably lose at least half my shit. She's probably gonna get the house. I'm gonna end up in an apartment. I still have these kids. I'm gonna have to pay child support.
Oh God,
it doesn't justify it in any way. I'm just
I know.
thinking from his point of view. He's thinking that if he can just pull off the ultimate coup and just get rid of them, then he gets to start completely fresh, and he doesn't have to ever.
Yeah,
He should have. He's obviously a dumbass.
He said something stupid like she left her cell phone. She never leaves her cell phone.
Yeah, he was really bad.
Right after you killed her.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, her wedding ring.
Yeah, why is that?
Why is her
here?
wedding ring here?
The kids never leave without their blankies.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're done. You're fucking done. The news interviews were pretty hilarious too.
I just want her to come home.
He keeps saying the wrong shit, and yeah, he's so unconvincing. He's
Yeah.
like, I just want them kids to just bull rush through the door and just give me a hug, and just eating dinner tonight and just not having them there, like eating their dinner, like it's just, oh, it's gonna kill me.
God.
It's like, dude, you're fucked.
That is.
Why did you agree to do a news interview? Like, why didn't you just say like, oh, I'm too broken up, I can't?
He thought that would make it so
Right.
it made him look innocent.
Right, and it did the exact opposite.
Yeah, because then body language
Right.
experts are like, "What is he? Why did he
Exactly.
smirk there?"
And you don't even have to be an expert. You can just have been on the earth for a small amount of time.
He wasn't even a ladies' man, or maybe he was a lady.
Well, he had just gotten in shape because he used to be kind of a doughboy, and he started working out, and then he figured he got a mistress who he figured was a lot hotter than his wife, who had like psoriasis or some shit.
She
She had some
hotter with
skin
psoriasis?
disorder. I don't know.
I think-
not his wife had psoriasis. I don't know if that's a right
that-
disease. I have no idea. She
that
had some
turns
skin
me off, man.
She had some skin problem or whatever, and then he gets the younger hot mistress who doesn't have any kids. He's working out. She's probably not working out, so he's thinking like, well, fuck her. I can do better
And
now.
I think she was pregnant too.
Yeah, she was.
God damn, he deserves to burn in hell for the rest of his life.
Yeah. You know what's kind
Or
of
he's dead, so the rest of his death he should burn in hell for.
he's dead?
Fuck, never mind. Yeah, he's alive.
Yeah, I think he's just in jail.
What? He's just playing basketball in prison now.
Yeah, he's just like watching movies and shit,
Yeah, chilling.
just having a normal life, just in a gang, hanging out, betting on football.
Yeah,
He's in a fantasy league.
probably is. Yeah, he probably is. Like, yeah. So that's the Killers division.
And you know the most fucked up part is this is what I never understand. Those guys who do that shit, when they go to jail, they get like women who like write them letters and like go to see them and
Yeah,
fucking,
Charles Manson was like married to a 20-year-old or
like
something.
what the fuck is going through those women's mind? Like what?
It's just celebrity envy, idolizing them.
It's pretty fucked up. That's not a psychology that I can understand on any level.
No, because immediately I'd say to the girl, "You should probably be locked up too."
Right, because we've talked about before, like how, you know, like if you see a hot chick and like she works at McDonald's or something, that means nothing. Like you don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
If
guys don't care.
You don't even care if she can even read. It really doesn't matter. But I would say that if she had killed her husband and their kids, I probably would take that into consideration.
Guys, still, I mean, Jodi Arias killed her boyfriend.
Yeah, fuck her. She creeps me out. That's an immediate turnoff.
I dated a girl who looked like her, and I remember telling my mom, like, oh, she looks like Jodi Arias.
Oh, really?
Thinking it was, like, cool, because Jodi Arias was pretty good looking. But
for a murderer.
For a murderer.
Yeah, it's like comedian level hot. It's like murderer
what
level hot.
What if murderer was like a career?
It is.
Oh,
pretty
hitman,
much.
I guess.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
It's a genre.
Yeah, it is a genre.
Of person.
That's crazy that you pass one murderer every 7 minutes in your life.
Is that
That's
true?
not the right.
Oh.
But you've passed a bunch of murderers in your life, basically. I wonder if they include military members, though.
No, I don't.
Because that's not technically a murder. Is that, what do they call that?
Yeah, what do they call that though?
An enemy
I mean,
kill.
it is a murder. I think they just call it a kill. A point.
But that would make sense that if you pass a bunch of murderers. Well, I don't know. I wouldn't call anybody in the military murderer unless they did something malicious without.
Well, right, because they really just were doing what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, right.
It's
Yeah,
almost
they're
like a
doing their job.
sport. It's like a sport basically, and they like scored some points by like killing the enemy. It's like laser tag with real bullets.
Well, dude, I wouldn't have played laser tag with real bullet. Imagine in a
No,
dark
me neither.
room.
Fuck
Imagine
that.
being in that laser tag area where it's all dark.
But
and,
everyone has real guns.
Oh my god.
It's fucked up. I always sucked at that. Every time we came out of Laser Storm and they'd give you the printout of the sheet, I would always be in like last place.
I wouldn't understand why. Same.
I know, because I
But
keep
I'd
thinking
aim
I
at
was
that
getting
one
people.
thing that
Yes,
would, like,
the little,
hit you points.
yes, dude, the fucking target thing.
Yeah.
I would try and like be hidden and just peep
that's
that
what
out.
I did.
It didn't work. I came in last almost every time.
Yeah.
And then
same.
I'd like run out. I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna go out now. I think I was like Solid Snake. I'd be like, all
Then
right,
pew,
yeah, I'd
pew,
just get killed immediately. I'd have to go recharge like within 2 seconds by like girls and like little kids. Like I'd just be getting fucked up.
Did you ever do Buffalo Battlegrounds?
No,
Like
what
the
is that?
Pellet guns.
Is that like paintball or?
What do they call those guns? Like airsoft.
Oh, those hurt.
So I went to Kevin K-Wan's little brother's airsoft party at Buffalo Battlegrounds, and it hurt, dude.
Those hurt bad.
It hurt bad.
I had an airsoft gun when I was in middle school, and those like when we shot each other with those, they fucking hurt.
And where are the rules? Like, you can shoot somebody in the head. Obviously, you have goggles on, but if it hits me in the back of the head,
That really hurts bad.
I got hit in the wrist, and at one time, I'm like, I don't know if I want to play anymore.
What if you got hit in like the temple? You could die.
Yeah, what are the regulations on that?
I can't believe they even have something like that.
We sent Kevin's little brother, K1's little brother, it was Capture the Flag, and he was so small and fast that he just like booked, and we ended up winning. But I was walking up to people shooting them point blank.
That's crazy, dude. Those things are fucked up.
was
That's
either
like
me or
that's
him.
basically like a BB gun with plastic pellets.
I thought it felt like a BB gun.
Yeah. I mean, BBs are worse because
Dude,
they're metal, but
When I was a kid, I had a BB gun, and I'd lay in my dad's yard in the back, and I'd shoot the neighbor's house.
that's crazy.
Just the siding. Just to see if it could reach that far.
And it could.
Yeah, I don't know if he knew I was doing that, because he probably just kept hearing pew, pew. But it wasn't like I was trying to hurt anybody.
We were just shooting a gun.
Yeah. Oh god, I hate it.
When we were little kids, and you remember how on Livingston, my bedroom window on the side, like you could see the house next to us.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Sheezy threw eggs out of my window
Such an idiot.
to the side. There's nowhere else those eggs could have came from. Like you go outside and look at their house, and they're just on the siding of the house, and they're right directly across from the window. It was so obvious.
So what did they do?
Nothing ever happened.
No, they're probably just like fucking
No,
idiot kids.
We egged until we got busted.
We threw water balloons out of Caesar's window one time. Me, Chase, and Caesar. And
That's more harmless,
I told the story about how I threw snowballs from my own house
right?
at cars, and then I just looked, and there was 4 cars pulled in.
Dumbass Ethan one time threw a water balloon at a car that was coming, and their windshield completely shattered.
Oh my god!
Destroyed the entire thing. I still don't understand the physics of how a water balloon did that.
It was a weakened glass, I'm assuming.
The whole thing just shattered like Stone Cold Steve Austin's like entrance glass.
What did he? Was it during winter? Was it an ice
No, it was
ball?
during summer. It was just a water balloon.
A normal, average size water balloon.
Yeah, just a water balloon. Threw it at their windshield out as it was coming, and their whole windshield shattered. During winter, one time we were all walking home from school, and I thought I was going to be a little badass, so I took a snowball and threw it at a car, and then they just like turned around and came and talked to us and like yelled at me, and it just sucked so bad.
What did you?
Because everyone was like, "Yeah, he did it," and I was like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah,
She's like,
he
"Oh
did
yeah,
it.
you think
Just
you're
man
cool
up."
throwing snowballs in my car?" And I was like, I didn't have the emotional maturity to like fire back yet, so I was just quiet.
That was that. Yeah, if you would have watched.
Just like when you
TKY
see
before
the
that.
car turning around, it's just like, "Oh shit!" Well, I didn't expect this to happen.
Yeah,
I thought they would just keep driving.
Yeah, and be like stupid kids.
Right.
That's the Bam Margera kicking the football.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
a 96.
I think that I don't know. I don't know if they were staged or not. It's hard to say. In retrospect, I think some of those might have been set up beforehand. Especially because the one lady like looks just like Don Vito. I think it might have been like one of his aunts or something like that. It's hard to say.
Oh, they were confirmed family members.
Yeah, see, there you go. Confirmed.
I know, but it's still funny.
Oh, it was very funny.
Everyone does those skits nowadays, like Vitaly catching the Preds and all that.
Yeah, right.
Okay, let's see here. I want to do a prank, okay?
Yes.
All right. Just give me a second. Silence. It's like Jim Rome when he goes, unbelievable.
Jim Rome. Whatever happened to that guy?
He's still going strong.
Is he really?
Yeah.
I like when Jim Everett almost fucking kills him.
Call me Chris again.
Call me Chris one more time. Okay, Chris. Flips the fuck out.
I bet I will.
Hell yeah.
I bet you
I
don't.
bet you won't. I bet I will, Chris. It's like, okay, well, he said he was going to knock you out. Now he's on top of you with his hands around your neck. So can't really blame anybody but yourself at that point.
Okay. Oh, open. All right, let's call Applebee's in Massachusetts. We got a great question for them.
We're calling Applebee's, featuring late-night, half-price appetizers. To place a to-go order, please press 1. To speak to a manager or team member, please press 2.
I got a great question today.
Thanks for calling Applebee's,
Sorry?
where we're eating good in the neighborhood.
Love that phrase.
Thank you for calling Applebee's in Saugus. How can I help you?
Hello, I was just wondering. I'm coming in tomorrow into town. What time does your apple picking start?
Apple picking?
Yep.
This is Applebee's in Saugus, like the restaurant.
Oh, well, I heard that you guys also did apple picking, hence the apple in the name.
Oh, no, we don't do apple picking.
Do you do anything with beehives?
No.
So nothing? There's no apple picking, no bees?
No.
And your name is?
My name is April.
April, is there a higher up I can possibly talk to about apple picking with you guys?
1 second. To us. Please continue to hold. We will answer your call.
What would they possibly do with beehives? What can you do with beehives?
I don't know. You can see like them in their little thing. Beehive cave thing? I don't know. What are they called?
I don't know.
He's asking about apple picking.
This is the best is imagining them.
Jimmy speaking, how may I help you?
Hey, just wondering, you guys don't do apple picking there at Applebee's?
No, we don't.
Well, what's the name come from? I heard that you guys did apple picking or something with like beehives. You had those keepers there or whatever. Is this the same spot as the one in Vermont?
Where is that? I'm not
Vermont's a state in northeastern America where I actually went apple picking there at their Applebee's. They had ginger gold apples, and they said, "Oh, if you had, I'm in an RV with 4 kids. I was heading down to your Applebee's to apple pick, and now my kids are disappointed."
Yeah, no, we're kind of near the city. This is like a very, very rural area. Urban area. So,
Oh, do you have anything to pick
we
there?
don't have trees. We don't have apple trees or orchards around here.
Would you
Most
be
of them are up north. People around here, we go to New Hampshire and Vermont.
Would you be willing to set out like boneless wings or something for my kids to pick?
Do what?
Do you like the Patriots?
No.
Who do you like?
Kansas City.
Oh!
Ooh.
Swift fan.
You're a Taylor Swift fan?
Yeah, I'm hoping her and Kelsey get married. I can't wait.
Probably gonna happen.
Dude, you are hilarious. I hope they both come and hang out in Buffalo and watch Josh Allen eat an apple in front of them.
Yeah, maybe some 50-cent boneless wings too.
Yeah, we'll pick those at your local Applebee's. Thanks so much, man. You were a pleasure to talk to.
Thanks for being a team player.
You're welcome. You have a great night and good luck on the apple picking.
Thanks. Go Chiefs.
So that went better than expected.
I didn't understand why you said bees, but now I get it. Applebee's. That did not occur to me at first.
Oh, I thought you were just...
I thought you just randomly pulled bees out of your ass, pretty much. But
that
now,
guy knew what was going on.
Yeah, he knew what was up.
I'm
I
a Taylor Swift fan.
I can't wait till the day that we do that, and they're like, "Am I on the Twin Towers podcast?" Because it's gonna happen.
Yes, you are.
I can't fucking wait. That's gonna be when we know we made it to the big time. And on that note, views are down right now.
Views are very down.
And
partly on me. I've been so busy. I haven't posted it to my TikTok.
Likes were down too.
Likes were like 4, and 2 of them were probably us.
But I think that we probably have plateaued.
Well, we have to clickbait everybody now. We got great pranks, great stories, great fun.
Yeah, we got to go back to the drawing board and come up with some new strategies, because I think that we've probably just kind of hit a wall that we got to figure out how we're going to break through.
Well, we're going to get by this by throwing out some names. Kim Kardashian. So now you can hashtag her. She's got a small little face.
Well, we got Taylor Swift in this one, too.
Taylor Swift, prank call. Applebee's manager in Massachusetts loves Taylor Swift and Kansas City Chiefs and half-price boneless wings.
Where was it? What Applebee's did you call?
It was like in some Massachusetts area. You could tell it by his accent.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but then when he said Kansas City fan, I was like, well, that seems weird.
That's why I asked him if he liked the Patriots.
Yeah, right.
No, I said Patriots.
That makes sense. That's very weird. Well, whatever. Fuck it.
You know, I watched this guy on TikTok last night, and he sets his room up like it's the 1940s, puts it in black and white, and talks like this, and he answers questions from people, and there was 3,000 people watching that.
No shit.
And he'd take somebody on live, and they'd be like, I just want to go study with this guy. What do you recommend? He'd be like, well, if he's a good guy and he's in the workforce, I recommend you go take him study with you.
What a weird gimmick.
It was a weird gimmick. I couldn't believe it. And he had not a million. I don't have any followers.
It's kind of interesting, though. I would probably take a peek at that if I stumbled on it.
Considered. It was during, right after the draft that I started watching it.
If I just randomly stumbled on that, I'd probably watch it for a few minutes just to, like, I don't know, that would, like, draw me in for a second. Just because it's old-timey guy answering current questions. It's a good little niche.
Yeah.
Everyone's so people just find their little thing, man.
It was role play.
Yeah.
Not in a sexual way.
I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to figure it out. We're going to fucking go back to the drawing board. We're going to figure something out. But I would say in the meantime, like the video, please.
And no more pranks if there's no more than 10 likes. We're not doing the pranks anymore.
Yeah, we're going to stop putting our asses on the line if you guys won't even click a fucking button.
Right. And
you know what? I'm done asking people to do shit, because every time I ask for something specific, no one does it. 0 people do it, and then I look like an asshole.
Oh, exactly.
And I'm done. I'm not asking for anything anymore. You guys do whatever the fuck you want. I don't really care. I'm not asking for shit because you've already shown me that you're not going to fucking help me out. So I'm not putting myself on the line. I'm tired of being rejected. And it doesn't feel good at all to ask people to wish people happy birthday and then no one does it. It doesn't feel good.
What, did you not get a lot of happy birthday wishes?
No one said it.
I said
think one
happy
person
birthday?
said, well, I don't mean, a lot of people said it, but I mean, I specifically asked people to please comment on the video because I thought it might be a cheap way for us to boost our comments, and it didn't happen. Even though it takes 2 seconds to do, and it would have made my fucking day, but nobody wanted to do it. So
we'll leave this city.
We'll fucking just completely destroy YouTube.
Right. And we do know the owner.
Yeah.
And he won't be too happy to find out there's no paper towels in that bathroom right now.
Yeah, that is very true. She will not be happy to know. She's not going to know unless you tell her. But we're going to tell her.
We're going to tell her. We're going to tell her like a bank.
Yes.
Get it?
I do get it.
You got a freestyle before we finish this one up?
Absolutely not. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel like dog shit today, and I did not know if I was going to be able to pull through and get this done.
I'm very glad you said that at the end and not the beginning.
Absolutely. I did that on purpose.
Okay.
I feel better than I did when we started, that's for sure. Something's up with me, dude. I think I'm dying.
No, you're not dying. It's just
How many times do I say that? I say that all the time. I say
I know,
that like
and it
every
brings the whole vibe down.
I say it like every 2 weeks. I'm like, yeah, dude, I think I'm dying.
Yeah, boy who cried died.
My bladder's fucked up. I got bronchitis. I got hot sauce in my eyes.
Yeah.
I dropped my phone in the pool. I dropped my phone in the pool. Okay, I was in the pool, had my phone up on the table, was controlling the music. My phone slips in, goes completely underwater in the deep end. I pull it out. It's soaked. I wipe it off with a towel. It's completely fine. Charge is fine. Everything works. Speaker's fine.
I thought they were waterproof.
It must be. I was blown away by that. I thought when it dropped in, I was like, oh great. Now I got to get a new phone somehow.
Can you waterproof your body?
You can like coat yourself in like Vaseline or like fucking.
And you won't get wet, huh?
Well, like if you think about it, if you have like slick petroleum on you, like the water will just like bubble off.
I guess flies in the Vaseline we really are.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You could wear a scuba
Dude, that
suit.
would be sick to just go swimming, but you never get wet. Right?
You know what's weird about that? You don't if you feel your hair underwater, it feels dry, and then when you come up, it's wet. But when your whole body's in the water, your hair feels dry underwater. You ever notice that? Try that out next time.
I don't know the last time I've been completely submerged underwater.
It's fun. I had a lot of fun in the water. I'm a water guy.
I haven't been in a pool in maybe a decade.
You would have loved it.
Probably since Brian's house.
You would have absolutely loved it. It was so relaxing.
I don't know.
It was just what the doctor ordered.
I order you.
Plus, it was a saltwater pool, which makes a huge difference.
Like the ocean?
Yeah, basically. Only nicer because it's not. It's like man-made saltwater.
Man-made
it's like clean.
saltwater.
Yeah.
So you just get like a salt shaker.
Your fucking skin feels amazing when you get out.
Damn, I might take a saltwater shower today.
Yeah. Well,
I'll
you
just
ever
have
take
somebody
like
shaking the salt over me?
You ever heard of like an Epsom bath?
I've heard of it. I've never done one.
Yeah, those are good for you too. I don't know what they're good for.
Epsom sounds like a chemical company, so I wouldn't.
Yeah, it's some weird type of salt.
DuPont.
I don't know what they're for. I remember taking one once back when I used to box. Someone told me to take one for some reason, but I don't remember what it was.
Looks like you're still boxing. You got a bunch of.
I gotta clean this place finally. I've been moved in for like a month and a half. It's time to like get rid of the moving shit.
I think it looks great in here.
It looks good, but the boxes are pissing me off. I'm still it's Boxing Day soon.
Thank you, Canada.
What does that mean?
That's like Canada's Independence Day.
I've never understood that. Why it's called Boxing Day.
I think because they box gifts up.
That's crazy. That's so literal.
I don't know if that's
like that's way too on the nose. That can't be right. It might be right. I don't know if it's right or not.
I don't know. I don't want to fact check anything till afterwards.
I don't know. Amir Abdallah's in the new Undisputed Boxing game as a manager.
Oh God!
How crazy is that? Yeah.
Where's Joe Taylor?
I don't know. He might be an unlockable character.
Yeah, but he's maybe his dad is the character in the game because he's the actual legend.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I think we're gonna sign off, right?
I'm the acquaintance of the son of a legend.
You are?
Well,
I'm
I know who
almost
he is.
friends on Snapchat with the son of a legend. Yeah. I do subscribe to the son of a legend. He never accepted my friend request.
I knew his dad. He used to come to the gym and shit.
Yeah,
he was pretty old at that time, and he would, he's how old boxers are.
I hope one day my kids will say, "Damn, I'm the kids of a legend."
They will. They definitely will.
As I ascend to the heavens,
they'll say that they're the daughter of the tower.
Oh yeah, and then she'll get into clubs. With all the clubs you get in using my name. I'm going to get us copyright stricken for sounding so alike.
Yeah, weren't you going to bring your guitar?
I was going to.
Next week. Mike's going to bring his guitar, and we're going to do a challenge.
If this gets 15 to 20 likes, I will bring my guitar.
That's fair.
Next week.
That's a reasonable number that we've hit before, so I think that's more than fair. So you guys know what to do. I don't have to tell you again. We're not going nowhere. We're only just getting started up in here.
Just getting started.
So, and that's the bottom line, because Stone Cold said so.
Because Forrest Gump said so.
That's right. So, yeah, thanks for joining us. As always, it's been a pleasure. We love you. We respect you. We appreciate you.
I don't.
We got a dozen in the bag. It's kind of crazy. 12 weeks.
Going for a baker's dozen next.
Yep, baker's dozen next. And football on the way. We'll be talking some football. Hopefully it doesn't put anyone off. But, I mean, there's no way we're not talking about it. So
Yeah.
it is what it is. We'll try not to let it dominate. But I do have a feeling that we'll probably be talking some football next week.
We'll only do 10 minutes worth of football.
We'll keep it brief.
We'll keep it real, and we'll keep it healthy.
We've always talked sports on here to some degree.
We talk a little bit about sports, but a lot about astrology.
That's true. We should get into that.
We should, and we should talk about.
Eva said she'll do me a personal tarot reading.
Oh, see, that creeps me out. I don't want to hear that.
I told her I'll take her up on it.
What if they're like, oh, you're gonna? Oh, I don't know. They give you.
Then
a
I'll
card.
know I'm right. I'll be like, yes, I've been saying I've been dying, and that's perfect. Now at least I know I'm right. I'd rather be right than alive.
You're bloody well right.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Yeah, let's get off the air. This has been probably our longest episode we've done.
shout out to Manitos for the good tacos last week.
Oh yeah, Manito Taco Shop.
In Wright's Corners, so fucking good.
Yeah, that was really good. Very hot. I underestimated how hot that could be.
They were banging.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And by hot, I mean the owner was really hot.
yeah,
Great looking guy.
They were a good looking crew in there. All right, we're done. Thank you guys for watching.
Thanks so much. We'll see you next week.
See you next week. Adios. Oh, I'm Cody.
Michael.
Bye.
Bye. Yellow.